The scathing legal complaint, which calls the billionaire's departure a model of hypocrisy, kicks off what is sure to be one of the most contentious business trials in recent history. Twitter sues Elon Musk, kicking off a protracted legal battle. So keep watching and we'll tell you everything you need to know. Hello and welcome to another incredible video from our channel, Flashy Celebrities. In this video, we'll explain why Twitter has filed a lawsuit against Elon Musk, settling the stage for an epic legal battle. But first, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell button so you don't miss any of our videos. So let's get this started. Twitter filed suit against Elon Musk on Tuesday, seeking to compel the billionaire to fulfill his promise to buy the company, launching the first legal salvo in what is expected to be one of the most high-profile business trials in recent history. In a scathing attack on Musk and his motivations, Twitter accused the world's richest man of flagrant hypocrisy, self-interested rule-breaking, and purposefully attempting to harm the company that he was obligated to protect as incoming honor. Having staged a public spectacle to put Twitter in play, and having proposed and then signed a seller-friendly merge agreement, the company wrote in a venomous legal complaint calling Musk's exit strategy a model of hypocrisy. Musk has publicly threatened to walk away from the sale of the influential social network for months, culminating in the Securities and Exchange Commission filing last week claiming he was terminating the agreement because Twitter had not provided him with enough information about spam and bots on its service. According to Twitter's filing, Musk's complaints about bots were without merit, and despite receiving reams of data and information from Twitter, Musk was unable to produce any evidence that the company's estimates were incorrect. Now, a judge in Delaware's specialized business court must decide whether the billionaire can back out of the $44 billion deal despite a contract requiring him to complete the acquisition unless the company's business is significantly altered. Oh, the irony. Musk joked on Twitter shortly after the case was dropped. Experts predict an agonizing legal drama in the Delaware Court of Chancery, a tiny, clubby court that has decided the outcomes of some of the country's biggest business squabbles. The court has only 7 judges, 1 chancellor and 6 vice chancellors, but they have enormous power to compel companies to take specific actions. The process is likely to subject Twitter to a high level of public scrutiny, forcing the platform to open its books and expose internal deliberations in ways that could further harm the platform's stock price and reputation, which have already been battered by the market downturn and months of sparring with Musk. According to the complaint, Musk broke his promise to use his best efforts to get the deal done, and he refused to honor his obligations because the deal he signed no longer serves his personal interests. Despite agreeing to pay a premium for Twitter, Musk's personal wealth has declined significantly by more than $100 billion since its peak. Musk wants out, the complaint says. Rather than bear the cost of the market downturn, as required by the merger agreement, Musk wants to shift it to Twitter's stockholders. The legal team for Twitter claims Musk repeatedly disparaged the company on Twitter, referring to his attitude toward the platform as disdain for a company he was supposed to protect. According to the filing, Musk began breaking rules earlier this year when he purchased large amounts of Twitter stock without proper notification. According to Twitter's lawyers, Musk initially claimed he was buying the company and taking it private to rid it of spam. Then, following the market crash, Musk changed his tune, suddenly demanding verification that spam was not a serious problem on Twitter's platform and claiming a burning need to conduct diligence he had expressly foregone. The filing reveals new details about Twitter's negotiations with Musk, including the billionaire's hardball tactics. Musk told Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal and Twitter board chair Bret Taylor in late March that he was considering 3 options: joining the company's board, taking it private, or launching a competitor. One trading day before Musk's 9.2% ownership was revealed, Musk announced his offer to buy Twitter for $54.20 per share, a premium of about 38% over Twitter's price. The lawsuit is the latest chapter in a tumultuous saga that began in April, when Twitter's board of directors accepted Musk's unexpected offer to buy the struggling social media company. Soon after, Musk began to use his popular Twitter account to call out individual company executives and highlight what he claimed were inaccurate estimates of spam and fake accounts on the platform. Musk tweeted in May that the deal was on hold due to the bot issues. Musk's legal team announced in a letter to the SEC on Friday that he was withdrawing from the agreement. Twitter executives and board members who had long anticipated Musk's move said they were ready to take him to court to force him him to honor the contract. Last week, Taylor tweeted, "We are confident we will prevail in the Delaware Court of Chancery." Twitter believes its chances in court are favorable because Musk did not press the platform on the bot issues prior to signing the contract, despite the fact that the company has provided public quarterly estimates of spam and fake accounts for years. According to the complaint, despite being well aware of the bot issue, he waived his right to due diligence. Twitter estimates that spam and bot accounts account for less than 5% of its 229 million daily users, but some outside researchers believe the figure could be much higher. However, Twitter does not share comprehensive usage data with researchers, preventing a thorough external assessment of the platform. According to people familiar with internal discussions who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe them, Twitter's leadership believes that sharing such extensive information would violate user privacy and could violate data privacy laws. According to experts on Delaware's Chancery Court system, the rigid contract combined with Musk's failure to amend it and waiver of due diligence will make it difficult for the billionaire to prevail in court. From the outside, it appears that Musk has an uphill battle, said Jeremy Eicher, an attorney with more than a decade of Chancery Court experience. He's a sophisticated buyer with a highly capable legal team who could have inquired about these issues earlier. It's not just a business transaction between two men. However, Eicher observed that in recent years, Chancery Court decisions have become somewhat unpredictable, with the outcomes frequently being dictated by the whims of any particular judge, known as a chancellor or vice chancellor. And a judge might find Musk's argument that he and his team relied on and trusted Twitter's bot estimates, only to discover later that those estimates were incorrect, reasonable. Attorneys and experts involved in the case anticipate that Chancellor Kathleen McCormick, head of the Chancery Court and the highest ranking of the system's 7 judges, will take the case herself. Last year, McCormick forced private equity from Kohlberg & Co. to complete a deal to buy cake decorating supply company Decopac after the firm tried to back out. According to experts, the Chancery Court is more likely to order a company to fulfill its contractual obligations than to allow a buyer to back out of a deal. The stakes are relatively high. However, in some cases where the judge determined that the business being acquired was not forthright, the court has allowed companies to back out of deals. In one notable case in 2018, a Chancery Court judge allowed the medical care company Fresenius to cancel its planned acquisition of generic pharmaceutical company Acorn after discovering that Acorn had failed to disclose major data integrity issues to the acquirer. Experts predicted that the case would last 4 to 6 months, a much shorter timeline than other types of court cases, and one of the reasons that businesses prefer to have their headquarters in Delaware. According to a person familiar with the discussions who spoke on the condition of anonymity, Twitter is hoping for a trial period of 1 week or less. Twitter and Musk have both hired law firms with close ties to the Chancery Court, reflecting the system's tight-knit nature. Twitter hired Wachtell, Lipton, Rosen, and Katz last week. Wachtell's corporate counsel is Leo Strine Jr., a former Chief Justice of the Delaware Supreme Court and Chancellor of the Chancery Court. Laurie Will, the current Vice Chancellor of the Chancery Court, works for Skadden, Arps, Slate, Maher, and Flom, a law firm that represents Musk. Will previously clerked for Strine. Legal experts say there are numerous ways to resolve the dispute, though most doubt Musk will be able to walk away without forfeiting some sort of payment. "If I had to pick a winner today," said Lawrence Hammermesh, executive director of the University of Pennsylvania and Carey Law School's Institute for Law and Economics, "it is more difficult to predict what remedy the court will grant. The court could order Musk to pay the $1 billion breakup fee specified in the contract, but that may not satisfy Twitter, which has seen its stock plummet and its workforce become precarious as the deal created uncertainty about the brand's future. The court could also order Musk to proceed with the $44 billion deal, a decision that would be momentous, according to Anthony Casey, a law and economics professor at the University of Chicago Law School. However, it is not unheard of after Tyson Foods attempted to cancel the acquisition of IBP. Court ruled in 2001 that it had to be completed. Forcing Musk to complete the transaction could result in a court appeal and an uneasy relationship between a reluctant owner and his new team. Many Twitter employees have already spoken out against his ownership. Some legal experts believe that the two parties will reach some sort of settlement agreement, either allowing Musk to buy Twitter for a lower price or requiring him to pay a higher breakup fee to Twitter. Musk, on the other hand, is a wild card. Casey believes Musk is a little less predictable than most litigants. That's all we have for now. Thank you for your time. Please leave your feedback in the section below. Please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this. See you in the next video.